Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is Judah J. And just had a little quick live I wanted to do. Some things I've been studying in the Bible. I think that you guys would really appreciate knowing some things that I didn't know about before, but I knew about it, but I possibly just like overlooked it. You know how we were reading the word and we just sort of overlook some things sometimes. And it's kind of different. This thing that I just found in the Bible was in Exodus. And I guess I'll wait for a couple of you guys to come in. It's been a blessing just being able to, even though I'm out, sort of not able to work right now, I'm able to really get closer to the Most High Yah and just really get in His Word and just, spend time with Him. And it's just been a blessing just to be able to have this time. There's so much going on out there in our lives every day. We have all these different responsibilities, and it seems like we're always going and going and going. But then when we get the opportunity just to kind of like reflect and just to kind of, be able just to be with Him and to be able to give Him that time so He can give us revelation. How you guys doing? Hey, Jess, got Hebrick, and then we got Aturu. I never caught one of your lives before. Nice. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I don't really do too many lives, Aturu. Most of the time I just do some videos, and through the member section in my on my page, you can actually create the topic that I make videos to. But that's something you go into the community tab if you become a member, and then you just write down what type of video you would like, and then I make that video. But I really haven't been doing too many videos lately. Just really haven't. I need to be inspired, and I need to be get revelation before I do videos. That's why I don't do videos all the time. I know this also. The setup looks kind of weird right now. I have to get this back together. My computer, the other day, it's just one thing after the next. Computer hard drive had some issues. So, I'm using a second computer that I have. It's not as good as quality, but it'll do. So anyways, guys, we're in this. I was looking in Exodus, and in Exodus, it's in the 13th chapter, starting from, let's say, verse 11. It talks about the Matrix. And of course, every one of you guys, every one of us have seen the movie The Matrix. And it's basically how there's this alternate reality that people are in that they don't know that they're in. And there's this savior Neo that goes in there to try to release the people so that they can come into the real reality. Now, of course, we all have had our understanding of like the other meanings that this movie kind of gave us. It kind of like told us of the world that's out there that we didn't know anything of. But as far as like having an origin for the word, the Matrix, that's something I didn't know about. But if you go to Exodus 13, starting at verse 11, which I'll read, it talks about the Matrix, and in the context, and we'll talk about the context in a second. It says in chapter 13, verse 11, and it shall be when the Lord shall bring you into the land of the Canaanites, as He swore unto you and to his fathers, and shall give it to you, that you shall set apart unto the Lord all that openeth the matrix, and every firstling that cometh of a beast which you have, the males shall be the Lord's. Now it talks about this matrix. It says in verse 12 that you shall set apart unto the Lord all that openeth the matrix. So in this context, it's looking like to me, and I also have we have to read the scriptures line by line, precept by precept. Now, matrix is a womb. Matrix means life. All those that would come into life, and that's what the context is. And it talks about who was the Most High Yah talking about that would have to. Who was He talking about coming into the matrix, and what is their position? What's their status? What do they mean to the Lord, to the Most High? It says also in Exodus 13 verses. Let me see here. Exodus verses 13, 15. It says, and it came to pass when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that the Lord slew all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore, I sacrifice to the Lord all that openeth the matrix, being males, but all the firstborn of my children I redeem. So what this matrix is representing life. So when we pass through the matrix, we enter into life. And the Most High in this context was talking about the firstborn male should be sacrificed to him, should be his. So we sacrifice the firstborn to the Most High. Now, in the movie The Matrix, it was talking about some other type of reality that we go into that is not real, but it's something that we're trying to bring people out so that they can be brought into the real. Now, this is what I'm talking about, this matrix thing I'm telling you. Now, the demonic one, Satan, he tries to flip and reverse everything that the Most High Yah creates for good. So for whatever the Most High Yah means for good, he'll flip it so that it's for evil. So instead of the matrix being something where we come into reality, which is the real life, we're coming into life and we have a purpose that we have to fulfill when we come into this world to serve the Most High Yah. The enemy told us in that movie, The Matrix, that we are to come into this. We're actually, when we go in the matrix, we're going into a false reality. Does anybody understand that? If you understand what I just said, push a 1, because I really think that everything that the devil, everything that Satan and his ministers that are operating through witchcraft and sorcery in the world, they twist up the word of the Most High Yah to confuse us, to trick us as to walking, kind of following the wrong path, and then it becomes a part of our daily narrative, a part of how we think, and so we start to believe a lie without knowing that we are actually believing a lie. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So, also, we're talking about this matrix and how we are basically not in a world. We're not living in an existence that has no relevance. The existence that we are in means everything. When they talk about YOLO, you only live once, that's a lie from the pit of hell, because man lives forever. Our soul lives forever, ever. Either you will live forever, ever in torment, or when you pass away from this life, you will live with the Most High Yah in peace. So there is no YOLO. And when you come in this life through that matrix, through the womb, this is your only opportunity that you have to present yourself either as being servants of the Most High Yah, or those that are not of the Most High Yah seed, those that have been from the foundation of the earth, destined to burn in a lake of fire. So it's all about a decision when you enter the matrix. So the matrix is not some mythological sci-fi channel type, fable. The matrix is a real thing, and like I told you before, it's in Exodus 13 and verse Exodus 13 what 15. Okay, so now we're going to talk. I'm going to give you another scripture which talks about the matrix, just so you can have more context. It's Exodus 34:19. Sorry about that, and I'll come to some of the comments in just a second. So Exodus 34:19, it says, no, let's go to 34:18. The feast of unleavened bread shall you keep. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, in the time of the month of Abib. That's the first month. A lot of people will say that's spring. A lot of people that will say that's like March. That's the first month. That's the first month that when the children of Israel, when they left Egypt, when they were set free from Pharaoh, that was going to be the month, first one, the 14th day for the feast of the unleavened bread. Starts on the 14th day, lasts 7 days. They would only eat unleavened bread. They'd have nothing leavened in their house, and that was to show that the Most High Yah had done this great, amazing thing for them by passing over them when the firstborn children of Egypt were destroyed. So that's the day of unleavened bread, the feast of unleavened bread. Now he talks about let me say, start at 18. It says, the feast of unleavened bread shall you keep. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, in the time of the month of Abib, the first month. For in the month of Abib you came out from Egypt. All that openeth the matrix is mine, and every firstling among your cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is male. So he's saying to Israel, all the firstborn males that come out of the matrix belongs to the Most High. So this matrix is not like, once again, it's not some mythological movie type of unreal thing that we didn't know anything about. It talks about the matrix right in the Bible. And there's so many things that a lot of us have overlooked so many times that's right in the word of the Most High Yah. But it's like we don't think about it because we just a lot of times just read through, just keep reading. But that's like a huge nugget for anybody that's reading the word. That's a huge nugget for you to keep in your mind. The matrix is the womb. The matrix is life. And that's why in that movie, The Matrix, you saw them in the ink of everybody, all those human beings were hooked up to those, I forgot what they were called, but it was just like their bodies were in there and they had the tubes in their mouths. It's like they're in the womb. So they were in wombs and they were telling you that right then and there. But because they don't, they hide the truth so well in their movies. They hide the truth of what they plan to do, like batteries, just like Jess said. They hide the truth of what they want to do in their movies, but we don't understand it because we're just watching the movie for it to be a movie, just watching it as a movie. But there's so much hidden symbolism in the movies that would teach us so many things about what the Most High Yah has been trying to explain to us in the Bible. And also, not just that. So they give us understanding of what goes on in the Bible, but they also flip what goes on in the Bible as well. So they're also lying. So it's like they give you a little bit of good and a little bit of evil, which corrupts the whole thing. So you have to also recognize that there's nothing new under the sun. So when Satan and his fallen angels and his demons, Satan and his fallen angels and his kingdom, when they took over this world, they had a plan, and their plan was structured around tricking the sons of men, tricking the sons of men so that we would not be able to find our way to the Most High. And the best way that you do that is that you bring a little bit of truth and a little bit of lie. And so then if it's a little truth and a lie, then the person in their mind thinks, okay, well, it could be true. It could not be true. But one thing I do know, it has to be one or the other. So let me say that again. When the wicked ones try to trick us with a lie, they have to give us a little good and they have to give us a little evil. Because if there's a choice, then that means that the person in their mind can say, oh, well, it might be this or it might be that. And even if I don't know what it is, it has to be one of the two. It has to be something. I have a choice here. So it has to be something. So I will entertain what I'm hearing rather than, oh, well, that has some lie in it. And I know the truth is void of a lie. Rather than saying, I'm just going to leave the whole thing. The people say, okay, well, I'll just listen to some of that and I'll entertain this. That's when that's when Satan could come in and twist your mind. But see, then there's also there's also discernment. So then even if someone is giving you a little truth and a little lie, if you have discernment from the Most High, you'll be able to decipher between what the truth is and what the lie is, and then take the truth out of that equation. But it's really hard when you don't have the discernment that comes from the Most High. And that's the problem in the world today, is a lot of people don't have the discernment from the Most High to be able to tell the truth from a lie. Now, if you have that discernment says this: you operate in wisdom, which means that you cannot just trust everything that comes your way. You can't trust every ideology and every idea that you're presented with. You have to have a mindset that maybe this person, or this information this person is bringing me could be wrong, could be completely wrong and completely geared to hurt me. But you also cannot just stay in that mindset. You have to have also the mindset that this person could be here to help me. This person could be good. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to look through the lens through both. You have to look through the scope with both lenses. You can't just be one way. This is wisdom. You have to always go into every situation believing that this person or this situation could be good or bad. And then you ask the Most High Yah for wisdom. And you get that wisdom through reading his word. And when you read his word, he penetrates your heart. And then your mind and your soul starts to gravitate towards what's truth. He starts to release revelation to your soul, to your mind, because you have decided to, for one, seek him. When you seek him, then he will bring that revelation that comes through your reading. He says, when you hear to believe, right? When you hear his word and you're hearing his word, it's funneling into your heart, into your mind, into your soul, and it's going into your mind. And then all of a sudden now, when you're presented with either something that's good or a piece of bad information, that spirit that's in him being cultivated through his word will allow for your mind to be able to decipher what the information is that's brought before you. So let me go to some of the comments. So we have Ethan Ray. Predator is about the fallen angels hunting. Predator is about, okay, so so we're talking about movies. Okay, yeah. Hey, when I saw that movie, I think that was back in the 80s. That was with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and how the Predator would like morph into the background, and then all of a sudden it would come out. Now check this out. Check this out. There are demonic entities, there are beings, fallen angels, whatever, from Satan's kingdom that are all in this world, because Satan fell from the third heaven to the second heaven, and his kingdom is in the air. So he's the prince of the power of the air. Yes, the Ethan Way, the Watchers. Yes, some would say some of the Guardians. That's another name for them. But they had a job as to watch man and to help man. That's why in the book of Enoch, when the fallen angels went into women, and then they knew that they were going to be judged by the Most High, they came to Enoch asking him to beg the Most High to take away or to have mercy on them, so that his judgment wouldn't befall them. And the Most High came to Enoch and said, well, you tell them that they weren't supposed to be there to go and do what they did. This is paraphrasing. They were there to help you. So why are they coming to me to ask me for help when they knew what they were supposed to do? They went into women, they had children, they had the giants, the Nephilim, and that was forbidden by God because they had eternity already. They were with the Most High in heaven, in the third heaven, joy, peace, unthinkable, something that us humans here on earth have not had in our lifetime. We've had nothing but struggle. There's been nothing but pain. There's been nothing but all sorts of chaos for people all over this world, right? And so the angels, before the third of the angels, that's why they say 33 in the little Masonic and these secret societies. The third of the angels, they fell. And so before they fell, they had the joy, they had the peace, they had all that, but they gave up their joy, their peace, their stature. They gave up their position so that they could do a thing that went against the Most High. Now, hey, that's their decision, right? They made that decision. So now, you have their kingdom, to go back to what I was saying for Ethan Way. Their kingdom is on all over around this realm. They don't control the world. The Most High Yah and his son Yahushua HaMashiach is above this world. They control all of the purse strings. They control everything in this world. But the fallen angels do have dominion in this world temporarily, right? So there's demonic entities that are all around. Now, here's the thing. I want everybody to listen to this. Based off of your connection and your communication, your ability to communicate with the Most High. Let's say this, based off of your connection with the Most High Yah, that will represent how much influence the demonic kingdom will have in your life. That will represent how tangible the demonic kingdom will be in your even in your circumference, how close they'll be to you, how much you will be able to interact with them. So let's say you're a person that is doing nothing but committing sins all your life, and you have no repentance. And let's say you're a person that is into psychedelics and drugs. And let's say you're a person that hurts people, kills people. Let's say you're a person that does all manners of evil all your life. Do you understand? Of course, you become an open vessel for demonic spirits to enter into your vessel and to possess you. There's a certain amount. I have a video that's in that's you can check out. That's in my videos. It talks about I forgot what it was called, but it talks about how CERN or something like that, and how there's a certain amount of wickedness that a person could have inside of their temple that will allow for them to be prime for being possessed and being taken over by demonic spirits. Now, if you're someone that has lived your whole life and has no heart of repentance, and you just continue to seek to live as this world, then you will be a prime candidate to be possessed and have your body and your temple taken over. You will be a conduit for the demonic spirit to come into you and possess you. And that's really all that they want to do. The demonic kingdom in the last days, which is now, the times of Noah, just like that video that you said, the predator, they're all around you, waiting for people to give up their connection to the Most High, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, so they can take over your vessel. Did you hear that? They want to take over your vessel. They want to take over every one of our vessels. So just know that. Days of Noah, they jump in people all the time. And that goes back to the whole Matrix thing. The Matrix coming from a place into another place. So that's a realm. You understand? Who understands that? The Matrix is the gateway to another realm. You understand? So when you talk about the Matrix, which is a womb, the womb, when you come out, the Most High was saying those that come from the firstborn males that come through the womb and come into the light, come into life, they shall be sacrificed to him. You shall offer, they shall be his now. So that means not sacrifice and kill. That means that those children shall now be offered to the Lord. So they'll follow the ways of the Lord. They are supposed to be his servants, his people, his, right? The firstborn males. So they're passing through the Matrix. Where are they coming from? Does anybody know? Where, before they come into life, where they come from? They're coming from another realm, pretty much. Inside the womb, that's before life. Now, check in the Bible, it talks about before. He says, I knew you before you were in the womb. So the Most High Yah knew us before we were even in the womb. Before we came out of the Matrix, the Most High Yah knew us. So before we were here, the Most High Yah knew us. We came through the Matrix. Now we're into another realm. Now the wicked one, the realm of time and space and the earthly experience. That's where we're at now. So the wicked one, he wants to make you believe that when you cross and go through the Matrix, or the womb, that you're coming into a false reality. And so then that false reality has no consequences. And so then that no consequences will lead someone to say, YOLO, you only live once. So just live it up and do what you want. But see, the thing is, there are consequences. There are consequences for our actions. And if you do not, and here's the thing, the realm that's around us that we can't see is more tangible and more real than anything we can see. But it's because of the bodies that we are in. It's because the bodies that we're in that keeps us from being able to see things through the truth, through the scope that would really just that we can't see things clear the way we will be able to see them when we are apart from these vessels. So once we are operating in the spirit completely, our soul in the spirit, in the spiritual realm, without our temples, then we'll be able to see everything for what it really is. And if you do not have Shalom, Salakia, if you do not have the Most High Yah and you have that connection with Christ with you, then when you are out of the temple and you are in the spiritual realm as a spirit, your soul dwelling in the spiritual realm, you will have no covering to protect you from the demons. You'll have no protection to cover you from the demons that roam around the earth and have roamed around the earth since the time of the flood. Now, the Nephilim, when they died, the fallen angels that had kids, they had the big the giants that roamed the earth, and they would destroy all of mankind on the earth, and that was their job, right? An unholy communion between the fallen angels and man and woman that created these disgusting, huge giants that destroyed mankind. And they wanted to taint the seed of man. That was the goal of the fallen angels through their power. Satan was to taint the human seed so that Christ could not enter into the earth. because they knew that the Most High Yah would have to have a sacrifice in order to save his creation. And that sacrifice that was going to save his creation was going to be through Christ, which would happen later on. But they didn't want that to happen because they knew if that happened, that would be trouble for their kingdom. So they decided to make a race full of giants, and they wanted to pollute the whole earth with nothing but demonic seed. The enmity between the man and the woman, between the woman and God. So when they did that, they had these children on earth, and they had these seeds everywhere. So when the flood came, the fallen angel, the giants died. And once they died, their spirits now roam on the earth, not going to heaven and not going to the lake of fire yet, because that's when the judgment happens. That's when the judgment happens, when Christ comes back and throws those that are the wicked and that are the transgressors in the lake of fire, and also at the white throne judgment after the 1,000-year reign of Christ on earth. That's when that happens. But as far as their spirit going somewhere, no, it just dwells on the earth. So you have when a person dies and their spirit and their soul is not connected to Christ through trusting that Christ died for them, that was sent from the Father. On the third day, he was sent from the Father. He died for our sins. He rose on the third day, and he's on the right-hand side of Father, about to come back and judge the world. And all those that trust in him, call him Jesus, the Christ that died at Calvary, your soul shall now be your covering, your flesh shall be now off of you. Your soul shall be drifting into the world, and your soul shall be now influenced by demonic entities that will now have control over you. So you'll have no protection from them. So it's very important to understand what is around you. I'm not someone, once again, say it all the time, that's judging anyone. That's not my job. The Most High Yah is the judge. And I'm not someone that's saying that I'm whatsoever. But I'm someone that knows the Most High Yah. And so when I make my mistakes and I make my errors, trust me, regardless of what my mistakes or errors are, I get chastised very quickly. Let's just say that. So let's just say that the Most High Yah shows us his love through his chastisement. And check this out, which leads me to my next point. So now in the book of Exodus, it talks about Pharaoh. It talks about how Pharaoh would not allow the children of Israel to be free. No matter what plague Moses said, the Most High Yah would send down to the Pharaoh. Pharaoh would not allow the children of Israel to be free. And that always it's kind of weird to me. It's like a man would go through all of these different plagues. He would go through all the frog, the lice, and all of the what was that? The water being turned to blood. He would go through all of the hailstorms and all of his crops being destroyed and all of these things, and he still wouldn't let the children of Israel go. So I associated that to his pride. He's saying, I am the king, I am Pharaoh, I am great, and there's nothing that you can do that's going to take me off of my perch. And who is this God? Okay, well, he realized who the God of Israel was, but he still was so prideful because he had been taught all his life that there's nothing that could take him down, nothing that could stop him from being able to will his power around and put people in bondage, and nothing that could take away his perch, right? So I was wondering, I was like, well, Most High is seeing all of these things that are happening to his children. Why wouldn't the Most High Yah just stop this man from doing this evil to his people? The Most High Yah sent Moses to come and to set his people free. So why wouldn't the Most High Yah allow it to just, since he's above everything, he's above every principality and power, why wouldn't he just tell Moses to go and say, look, tell Moses to let you go. I mean, the Pharaoh to let you go. Show him if he needs to see a sign, show him a sign, and let that be it. See, the Most High Yah said he hardened Pharaoh's heart on purpose. So I was like, whoa. Why would the Most High Yah harden Pharaoh's heart on purpose? It goes on in the Bible to say so that it says that he would show him, he would say that he would put frogs in Egypt, he would turn the water to blood, he would cause hailstorms to be everywhere, he would make it so, there'd be flies and everything and locusts everywhere. And then he said, yo, well, Pharaoh's still not gonna let you go. And I can only imagine what Moses was thinking. Like, you mean he's gonna say, oh, I know, Jess, I'm getting there, Jess, for his glory, I know. But I was thinking, I'm like, you would think that after all of these things, that he would just be like, okay, I'm just gonna let these guys go because my people are suffering and I'm suffering and I don't want no more of this. But see, the Most High Yah showed you his power. He wanted like Jess says, like Jess got her break. He break. Sorry. He says that he wanted his glory, the Most High Yah wanted his glory to be shown. He wanted Egypt and the Pharaoh and the whole world to know of his magnificence, of his just complete omniscient power to do all things. He wanted them to see the scope of his power, that he was God and God alone, the Most High and the Most High alone. But here's the thing. In the midst of doing that, the people suffered, because remember how we heard that the people, children of Israel, they had to go and make brick without mortar. And then he was saying that he wanted us to, and Israel and the Egyptians wanted the Israelites to continue to make the same ration, the same amount of bricks, right? Regardless of if they had the means to do it. And they had taskmasters, Egyptian taskmasters over the Hebrews that would make sure they did do it, right? And so once one of the Hebrews went to one of the Egyptian taskmasters, and he said, you know what? Why would you? He said the Egyptian taskmasters, like, why haven't you made the same amount of bricks in the same amount of time? And then the Hebrews like, look, man, this is paraphrasing. You took away our ability to make the ration, to make the amount of bricks that we're supposed to make. You took away our ability to do it, and you still want the same amount. So now the Hebrew was thinking about it in himself. He's like, well, look, this is an evil case, or this is an evil matter, because these people expect us to perform the same duty without giving us the means to do it, right? Now we realize that the Most High Yah wanted everything. He made it this way so that his name would be glorified, so that so that people would see how powerful and how gracious and how amazing he is, right? Because he's a jealous God and he wants our praise. He's the kind of God that wants people to see how magnificent he is, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm gonna make a correlation here. Here's my correlation, right? So we live in a world where, remember what I said about how he hardened Pharaoh's heart on purpose, so that even though we went through our hardship, so that the world would see his magnificence and how glorious he is. Look what we're going through now. Look what we are going through now with as far as this whole pandemic that goes on. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, about the whole thing being a pandemic and fake and all that. You can make your own decisions up. I know what I believe. But as far as people not having jobs, not being able to provide food, buy medicine, pay their rent, not being able to do anything they used to do in the past. Now, here's the thing. You have Pharaoh, which I would say is like the president, Congress. I'm kind of making a correlation between those factions. They have the purse strings. They control the money. They control if we will be able to buy these things to be able to support ourselves at this moment. They don't control. I'm not saying they control us. The Most High Yah will give to us liberally those things that he wants us to have. And if we cry out to him, if we ask him, he shall provide. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about in the content of the monies that they dole out. Now, if the Most High wants us to have it, he'll make them give it to us. But as far as the money that they have to dole out, they keep telling us that they're going to help people that don't have jobs with their unemployment stimulus checks, right? Or their unemployment weekly benefits and all this PUA and all this stuff. They know that that's all that everyone is thinking about. No one cares about no Janet Comey or whatever her name is for the Supreme Court justice, even though there are people that really do care about that on the left and the right, which is just a paradigm. It's just both sides of the same coin. Anyways, they know the people don't care about that right now. We just care about getting the stimulus help to be able to pay for our bills, to be able to pay for our roof. They know that, but they don't talk about it in the news much. It's always the third or the fourth story on the news. They don't talk about it much at all, really. They talk about other things, right? Now, we just heard that they're going to actually go home until November 9th and not help the people out with any stimulus whatsoever. So people are out here hurting. People are getting kicked out of their places. People don't got food for this. People don't got food for that. How you doing, Sandy Howe? How you doing, love for the Most High? So Jeff B, how you doing? They don't have. So what I'm telling you is this. In my opinion, my belief, this is the same thing the Most High Yah is doing. This is all the Most High Yah. You may think that it's Satan. You may think that he is in control of all of these bad things that are going on, because if it's bad, right, it's Satan. But who controls the good and the evil? Somebody tell me who controls the good and the evil, and I'll tell you if I believe you're right. So you can write it down, do it quick. The Most High, Ethan Ray. So the Most High Yah controls the good and the evil, the Father, the power, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So whatever the wicked ones do, it's like Satan goes up and he says to Job, like to Father Yah, he says, I want to be, I want Job. He's paraphrasing. The Most High Yah is like, you know what? Go ahead, tempt. You can go ahead and you can test him, not tempt him, because the Lord Most High doesn't tempt anyone. You can go and you can test him, right? But don't kill him, right? So then basically the Most High Yah is given the fallen one reins to have at Job, right? But and then the fallen one does wicked things to Job, takes away some of his family, takes away his health, takes away his money, takes away his cattle, right? But Job did not curse the Most High, because the Most High Yah already knew what his servant would do. The Most High Yah knew that Job would not turn against him. So the battle that Job had to face was a whole lot more difficult than a battle than someone else would have to face, that the Most High Yah didn't think was prepared for that battle. The Most High Yah said he would not give us more than we can handle. So Job was given a task that most of us could not handle, but he could handle it. And he was only in that battle, in that war, so to speak, because the Most High Yah knew he could go through it. So the Most High Yah is the one that allowed the evil to occur to Job. It was evil what happened to Job, because Job did not do anything wrong to the Most High Yah. He didn't do it. He served the Most High Yah in spirit and truth, in righteousness. He loved the Most High Yah. He was blessed by the Most High Yah. But then the Most High Yah decided to take it away. It was not because Job done anything wrong. It's because now that was his fiery trial. That was his test. And so now when we come out of the test, we're perfected. And once we go through with patience, that testing builds patience. So once we go through that test and it builds perfection, is what I'm saying. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a second. So Jeff B says, hi, Judah. You're confused in a lot of the aspects of it, but you know a lot. Well, shalom, and we're all learning. So back to what I was saying, and bless you, Jeff B. So when he's talking about Job, now Job was someone that had gone through this fire, and it wasn't because of his unrighteousness. It was because the Most High Yah was testing him. So the Most High Yah, he does the good and the evil. He's the one that's in control. This is what I want to try to get you to. He's in control of both kingdoms. He's in control of Satan's realm, and he's control, of course, of his own realm. So Satan can do nothing that the Most High Yah will not allow him to do. So in this situation right now, you have these Congress leaders, you have the president, you have all these people making these decisions, which you think it's just, okay, where's God? We're suffering out here. God's not here for us. The Most High Yah is allowing these people to do this. Now, I'm not saying it's for people that don't know the Most High. I'm saying this for people that look at their circumstances and they judge God by what their circumstances are. I'm saying those that are fair weather friends, those that judge their trust in God and their relationship with God based off of what they have and what their eyes can see. You don't ever do that. I've learned that. I don't know much, but I've learned that, because if you do that, that's when people take the mark of the beast. When you judge your circumstance based off of what you have in this world, based off of what you have, your relationship with God, the Most High. You are a candidate for the mark of the beast. How you doing, the Most High Yah, servant daughter? Hello, all praise to the Most High Yah. He is in control. All praise. So what we have to do in these last days is recognize the Most High Yah's hand on every situation in our lives and in the world. So don't be surprised by the stuff that you see in the world. This could be the Most High Yah, and I believe this is what it is. He's testing, he's preparing his people, Israel, the Israelites, the Negro, scattered to the four corners of the earth. Also, he's preparing the Gentiles that shall cling to Jacob, that trust in God and the Most High Yah, and that are seeking him and serving him and obeying his commandments. He's preparing us through the struggle, through this trial, through looking at what these Congress people are doing and not passing anything for us, through all of the hardships, preparing us to not rely on this system. That's it. I could drop the mic right there if there was a mic. He's preparing the people not to depend on this worldly system anymore. And it's going to be hard, and it's going to be grievous, and it's going to be a difficult challenge to get our hearts taken away from desiring this kingdom. But it has to happen in order for the kingdom of Christ to be on this earth. You have demonic realm all around you. Demonic realm that's working through people that are nothing but conduits for Satan's kingdom. They are all around you now. These are the times of the wheat and the tares. So the wheat, and there's people that are making oaths to Satan as we speak now. Those are the things that the Most High Yah said, if you only knew the wickedness that happens in secret, it will blow your mind. I'm paraphrasing. I paraphrase a lot, but it means exactly what you know it means in the word. There's people making those sacrifices to Satan right now in the world. They're making it because a lot of people see the way of the world. They see how they're afraid because they see how the world is falling down, how every economic system in the world is falling. They see that the Bible is they see that the world is now matching prophecy in the Bible, but they still don't have a trust and a faith for the Most High. You know why? Because they can't believe what they can't see. Not everyone will be saved. You have to believe. He says, don't expect anything from me unless you believe that I am. So there's people that have to be drawn to the Most High by the Most High. And that comes through a consecrated heart. That comes through a person being drawn and then crying out to the Most High and doing it diligently and turning away from sin. I'm no longer going to come on YouTube and say, and even act any way, shape, or form like I'm the perfect guy. It's like I'm a weird type of specimen here. Let's just get this on the table. I'm someone that knows many things about spiritual things. Someone that's gone through more than you could possibly ever imagine if I was to really just tell you things, right? And there's sometimes I come on here and I don't even want to come on here because it's like, in the Bible, it talks about how take the plank out of your own eye before you try to help someone else. And then I look at myself and I'm like, well, I don't ever judge anyone. I don't ever go on against somebody. You need to do this. And I'm not doing it. Right. But I am someone that I'm not perfect whatsoever. I'm someone that is totally sold out to the prospect, to the fact that Christ's blood saves me. And that's the only reason why I'm saved. And I also know that I'm not saved unto the end. I'm not saved unto the end. And to the Most High Yah, if he finds Yah willing, finds me worthy to have salvation. Like if he finds me worthy to have salvation, because he knows I believe in his son, that he came, he died, he rose, he's coming again. There's no works that I'm going to do that's going to be good enough for that, for salvation. It's only going to be through Christ. I'm one of those people that just know I need a physician. I'm one of those people that know that I'm not good enough. I'm not downing myself. I'm not saying that woe is me. Nah, that I'm not doing that. And I know I'm an Israelite, but that's not enough. I know that my forefathers were at the Mount Sinai and I guess now, because there was some of those at Mount Sinai that turned against the Most High Yah, and they decided to make a calf and worship the calf because Moses was taking so long. And so those weren't my people, because those people died. So then I must have made it. Now think about this. Let's think about this. Those Israelites that are the Negro, the scattered four corners of the earth, I'm talking to you right now. Think about once we left Mount Sinai, after those certain people got killed because they worshiped that calf, and then the Most High told and sent with Moses, or the Most High had, I think it was it was Aaron, and it was all the people that were going to serve the Most High, the priest. They went out, took out their knives, and killed all of those that did not serve the Most High. Now let's move to the wilderness. Do you know that only Caleb and Moses were the only ones that survived from the time of the wilderness to the promised land time? So only Caleb and Moses made it out of it from that generation. If you know that, push 1. So now listen to this. So I guess, check this out. I guess we came from the lineage that actually came through that time into the promised land. So now our people were in Israel, right? That, of course, millennia went by. We went through captivity. We came back to Israel. We went to another captivity. So anyway, when we come over here to this new land, right? We came from bondage. We came from struggle. We came from all of these different things, right? Taken away from our homeland. I'm not making an excuse for sin. Don't think I'm making an excuse for sin. But I'm saying we came from so much bondage, so much psychological warfare by our enemies that brought us over here in slavery, right? We've been through hundreds and thousands of years, and then hundreds and hundreds of years of brainwashing, not knowing who we are, just completely, almost definitely keep the fight. That's what we got to do. All the time. Hey, thank you, Eve of Israel, most definitely. Listen, and I'm not saying nothing's wrong, man. I'm just saying it's just like when I think about our plight, I think about what we go through, and then it's like you think about the problems that you have in your daily life. And you always wonder, well, I do, what's the origin of this problem? If I had it, if things were this other way, if situations panned out and went that other way, where would I be now? And I look at them, it's like, you know what? A lot of my problems because of the evil in my own heart. The Most High Yah has shielded this guy from a lot of different things. And it's not like anyone has done anything to me. It's always been, for some reason, me that's been trying to stop the work of the Most High. And that's what that's what I want to say to you guys. There comes to a time in your life where you have to do some serious observation and study of yourself. Instead of blaming the devil, instead of blaming other people for the things that are going on with you, see if it's you that's doing it. Seeing if it's you that's cursing yourself. If you curse yourself, then you are the one that needs to say, okay, I need to pray for forgiveness. This accountability, just like Hebraic said, have accountability and then ask the Most High to give you a right heart and move away from it. Now it's going to be the hardest thing you're going to experience in the world, because once you start to take the layers off of the problems that are really occurring in your life and the origin of those problems, if they come from you, if you're the one that's doing it and it's not some outside thing that's causing you to fall, but it's actually you, that's going to be more of, I would say, a strenuous type of exercise or a procedure in order that's going to rid you of that problem. Now, of course, we fast, we pray. We fast and we pray, and that's just what we're supposed to do. I'm not saying that that's something that I do all the time. Something that now I've made a conscious decision that I'm going to start doing now is to fast and pray. Now, I pray, but I'm talking about fasting. The fasting is something I really don't always. That's something I don't do. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I've done it for short periods of time. When I had my back in the couple months ago, when I had the fasting and praying session, I was doing it then, but it didn't last long. And I had some issues in my life. And then I just kind of like got back into the world as far as with that, concerning to that. And so what I'm saying is I'm making a consecrated effort now to stop playing this whole, stop doing this whole enough, do just enough. I've been reading the Bible more than I've read in a long time in the past couple of days. And I just feel like this is what I need to do. I need to just really make that effort. And I would just I'm telling you guys the same thing that I tell myself. It's like in these last days, there's so much demonic warfare coming around everyone that if you don't have the covering that comes through fasting and praying, then those demonic forces have they have more potential to influence your mind, to influence the path that you are going to follow. Now, you could say, I bind demonic spirits and I cast them out to the abyss. You can say, I pray that Father Yah will encamp his holy angels around me to keep me in his way and to guide my path. But if you are not doing the things you need to do as far as to show that you believe in the Most High, that he will do that for you. See, when you don't make the effort, if the children of Israel decided just to say, you know what, Moses, we're not going to follow you. We're going to stay where we know is comfortable, what we're used to. We're going to stay here. We don't want to take the risk because our eyes haven't seen what you're promising us. We know what we can expect here under Pharaoh. We'd rather just stay here and just keep this thing going. That's not something that is going to make a person to see the glory of the Most High and to see how strong that he is and how his power can lift you out of that miry clay and out of that horrible pit. You have to make the goal. You have to make the steps. You have to take the effort, make the effort to moving towards the Most High Yah and allowing him to operate in you. So that's what I'm going to do. It's like, okay, if I fast and I pray certain things that I want shaved off of my life, well, he take it off of my life. And then it's just like, now you have to have that faith and that trust in him. This is just for everyone. If you have, there's certain things that can only depart from you through fasting and praying. So let's just do that. Let's ask the Most High Yah in these trying times that even though these wicked men and women, and they're in the Congress, that are in the White House, that are all through because they're both sides of the same, regardless of what they decide to do, asked him that we would have the right heart and the right mind to see what he's doing, what the Most High Yah is doing. He's our provision. He is our strength. He's our power. He's the one that's going to sustain us. When we give him praise, when we read his word, when we're reading his word, right? And we do it diligently. And we put him above everything else. That's all I know to do, right? I'm not saying it's not easy. It's difficult for someone that has not made the effort to make that path, to go on that path. But when you make the effort, it gets easier and easier. And that's just my hope, and that's just my mindset on that. So it's all about this. This is what it's all about. It's all about that. Let's read some of these comments. So my birthday's on the election day. I don't follow birthdays, Sandy Howe, but you're a wonderful person. Bless you. Thank you for joining my channel. I would implore everyone on here. This is just a live stream. I don't have anything prepared. I was just reading the word and I was like, man, I just want to really make a live and communicate with the people. And I want everyone to join the channel because I'm going to start making some more videos. I just don't make videos all the time. And that's something I don't understand about people. How they make videos all the time, every day. It's like, where do they get this information from? It's like, how can you be inspired to make a video? I'm not coming down on nobody. And I'm not saying that you watch who you watch and that's great, good. But for me, I have to be inspired and I have to get revelation from the Most High in order to make a video. So if I'm always just making a video every second, you should kind of suspicious about that. What's my intentions? My intention is just to make as much YouTube money as I can. I'm just saying. It's just something that I can't do. I cannot make a video all the time. Now, of course, I gotta, making videos 7 days apart like I did. That's not acceptable. So I will be making more videos because I know I have a following. I have a channel in which I share this information that I believe is from the Most High Yah, and I want people to get blessed, and I want people to have this, for them to help guide them, right? And I know that you guys, when you see these channels on YouTube, sometimes that you've been watching for a while and they teach you about the Most High, it gives you strength. It gives you sustenance. I know a lot of channels do for me. So I know that there's a purpose for these channels being here. But what I want you to know is that, it's not going to be an everyday thing, me making videos. Even because I'm trying to recover and I'm out here. I'm trying to recover with this leg thing. I do need to get back to work. And that's something also that I've been thinking about for a while now, trying to get this rent. And this is just something that's just being completely honest with you. I love you guys. And most people that have knowledge, I'm telling you this, I don't have all the knowledge. I don't have all the knowledge at all. It's just not me. I'm not one of those people. I do the best the Most High Yah will allow me to do, and I just give you guys what I have as far as the understanding that I have. But as far as like, you know, being someone that can that gives you these videos, we do get persecuted by the demonic kingdom. Let me just tell you, whenever we make these videos, not when I'm not trying to bring nothing on myself or anybody else, but you know, that's why it says pray for those that will go out into the vineyard. That will you will have some pushback from the demonic kingdom when you start to say things that uplift the Most High Yah's kingdom, because you're going against a realm. You're going against another realm that's not your own. You are in this earth. You're not of this earth. You're not of this world, but you're in the world. If you are a child of the Most High, when you live for Him, you're in opposition to the fallen one and His kingdom. So when you are speaking of these things, like I speak of these things, and I talk about the Most High Yah and His saving grace, and talk about what the demonic kingdom does and all this stuff, and all as much as what I know. You know, I don't know everything, but then you get pushed back from that kingdom. And in this world, it gets really, His people start operating weird ways. You start going through things, but the Most High Yah is with us, and He protects us, and He keeps us, and He fights for us. But you will have pushback, because the Most High Yah said we live in a wicked world. There shall be oppression in this world, but He's with us. So also, you know, I want to let you guys also know that I want to thank you guys, those that have helped me with the rent situation. I'm still trying to get that together. If you go to that video, I'm sorry, there's a segue, but I got to put this on here because this whole rent thing it's just crazy. They did this stuff on purpose to everybody, you know, with this whole, I'm not even going to say the name of, you know, the thing we all know about, but it's just like, you know, everybody's out of work right now. And I know that my situation is it's lame. It's lame right now. And then to have the leg situation, which is healing, but it's like, you know, I'm not someone that's trying to go out here and, ask you guys for things, but this is it's a horrible situation. Most High Yah, it's not horrible. Most High Yah is with me. And what I've been making this video about how, you know, the rent's due. And on that video, it's like, what does it say? It says, shalom, something about the rent, something. I forgot the title of it. You can go and look back. A lot of people have donated, and I have each one of your names. Bless you. Those that have donated, I blessed you. You guys have blessed me with stuff for rent. It's now, I've gotten $1,870 something. And if you go to that video where it says shalom, need your help or something like that, you'll see that. And I have all the names that have given and the amount that I still owe. Rent just came in again for this month. The grand total is like 3,000 now, something again, because it went down to like 2,000. Now, of course, they added the 1,200 back on it. And so now, you know, there's I think 3,200 or no. 3,000. Now it's back to 3,100 something. Anyways, there's people that have been blessing me with that. And so I put their names inside of the video where it shows everyone that's paid anything. It shows the amount that I owe. And I, you know, put a thank you message there also. So I want to thank you guys for that. And anyone that would like to help donate towards that cause, and this cause would go towards the rent, which I will put your name and I will put the amount that you paid on the video. If you go back to that video, or even in this video, you can put, if you're, you know, going to donate, I'll put my information from the Cash App, from the PayPal, from the GoFundMe. I think there's one more. So GoFundMe, PayPal, Cash App. I'll put that information up there. If anybody wants to give to the rent cause, and this will also go for maybe some food or whatever like that, because I have some, but you know, things are just down right now. So anyways, anybody wants to donate, you can go to my channel, and you'll see underneath the comment section, or in that section, the drop section, you'll see all the places you can donate for the Cash App, PayPal, and also the GoFundMe. Sorry I had to say that. Doesn't feel good to say that as a man, but these are hard times, and sometimes you need people. And thanks for all those people that have helped. Y'all bless you. And as far as the channel, I will be making new videos, and the quality will be better than this. I know this is horrible. I'm holding this light up right now. Sorry, guys. I'm holding this light up because this camera is not the greatest, but it will do. So in time, the quality will get better again. But for right now, we'll just deal with me either making other videos where I, prepare the video. It'll be prepared and it'll have, of course, videos, pictures, and text and all, and my words or whatever with it, sound audio, or it will just be a live stream. So until the quality gets better, I'll probably just make videos that have, of course, videos and maybe pictures, and then have my voice in the background with a topic either that you select. Those that are members, that if you go to the member page, you'll see that you become a member and you can choose the topic, or it'll just be my topic and I'll just make a video. So there'll be lots more of those videos coming, but for right now, it'll just it won't be a lot in the next couple of days, but by next week, I'll be, probably be a video every other day. Not every day, because I can't do that. That's not something that I can do. I do it when I'm inspired to do it, when I feel like the Most High Yah has given me revelation to do it. But that's when I'll do it. And also love for the Most High. Love for the Most High. You went to my page and you put down that you wanted a video because you are also, you're a member. You have to where it says the community tab. What I want you to do is to write down the video that don't write it here because I may forget it, but go to the community tab and write down the video that you want me to make. And so then I will make that video. That's the way, if you're a member, that's the way that I will see what video that you want to make if you're in that tier. There's different tiers in the membership section. So when you look underneath my videos, it says join, and then there'll be all these different sections. It'll be one section for you create the topic. It'll be one section for live vlogs. It'll be a section for my music, and then it'll be a section for just you create that. It says you create the topic. So you create the topic, I make the video. Then there's a live you create the topic. So then I'll come on here and I'll make the video basically about what you want, but it only go to the members. Only the members will see that video. So you have to go and make sure you type out in the community section whatever video that you want me to make. So anyways, okay. All right. I got that. Most definitely. All right. So bless you guys. Once again, I pray, we will all make it through these hard times, but we just have to put our trust in the Most High Yah. Things will get better. Things will get better. And they have to be like this before the Most High Yah brings his son back. Things are going to have to get a lot worse in the world before, the morning comes. So just stay prayed up, stay close to him, seek him, love people, love your brethren, love yourself, treat yourself with kindness, depart from all evil. I'm just saying, just do the most that you can to make sure that your vessel is purified, cleansed. Make sure that your eyes aren't seeing wickedness and evil. Stay away from the wickedness in this world, and make sure your election is just made sure. Make your election sure by serving the Most High Yah. He is the one. He's the way, the truth, and the life. So anyways, blessings to you. Anybody that wants to give to the cause of the writ, you can go down there. You'll see the information on the bottom of this page. Wait for about 5 minutes until I get the page up there, get the information up there. Or you can go to that other video where it says shalom, blessings, need help. You know that video I'm talking about. If you know the video I'm talking about, push the 1. If you know that video that I'm talking about, push the 1. A lot of you do know that video. If you don't know that video, just look for it. Or you can see the information underneath this video in about 5 minutes for where you could donate for the rent situation. All right. Y'all bless you all and shalom. Good night, guys. Good night. Good night.